Welcome back, YouTubers. Thank you for joining me. Today, I'm working on a 2008 Toyota Camry. This is the one with the V6, the 2GR FE. I'm going to show you guys how to disassemble the whole front suspension, from rotor to brakes to axles to shocks to outer tie rods. We're going to disassemble it. First thing you want to do, I like to do, besides jack up and support the car, what I like to do is go after the axle nut. If you don't have a strong enough electric tool, or if you don't have a air impact gun and you're just doing this by hand with a 1/2-inch ratchet, what I like to do, this axle nut right here, what I like to do, start with the car on the ground, on the floor, pop off this center wheel center cap, center cover, axle cover. On this particular model, it's a Toyota Camry, 30mm, 12 point. And mine was pretty rusted. You guys can see. I got lucky. I set the car down and then I loosened it, lefty loosey, righty tighty, so the wheel doesn't spin. Or in this case, I work by myself, so I'm not fighting the transmission. I'm not fighting the wheel. A lot of people like to put an extension in here. It works sometimes, but it can get sketchy. This is more safe. If the nut doesn't come off, yes, you're gonna have to drive or get some way, get an impact gun on it. Impact is the best, the easiest. But if you have to, set on the floor and fight on the floor first. I only have 3 lug nuts on because I set the wheel down and I had to pop off the center cap because the center cap was seized in there. And I just hand tightened these, 21mm. As you guys can see, it's just hand tight. I don't know if you guys can see, but they're just hand tight. I'm gonna take it off the tire. I always put the tire under the car. That's the smartest word of advice I got for any mechanic. Safety. I even got a jack stand there, and I even got a floor jack there holding the subframe. So I'm gonna take off the tire, 21mm. You guys can hear, it's already loose. Tire's already loose. We got the tire off. I set it right there under the car. First thing you want to do, remove the brakes, the caliper. Behind here, it's gonna be 2 14mm, one up here, one down here. And if this nut, this nut, the slider right here, the sliding pin in here, starts to move when you loosen up the 14, it's gonna be a 17mm. You hold that and then loosen that, because it was starting to spin on me back here. So I had to do a double wrench, use 2 wrenches. So 17 in the back, in the front, and then 14 in the back. And I say back as in towards the engine. If you're facing this way. So 17, 14. Right there, 1 down here. These are rusted. It's been a while. I can tell it's been a while since anybody worked on this car. Set it to the side. Pull off your caliper. It's coming off. I like to hang it. I know we're going to take out the shock, but I'm just going to hang it just to get it out of the way. I'm just going to hang it somewhere like on the shock here somewhere. Just to get out of the way so we can get the bracket, the bracket, the rotor, and the pads off. But let me hang it. Now, I'll show you guys how to get the bracket off. The pads, like regular pads, they just slide off. But let me hang the caliper. hung the caliper. Remove your brakes. Like I said, just pull off. Back here, pull off. Same thing. Rotor's loose. We got lucky. We don't have to fight it with these little bolts. Easy. I forgot to mention earlier, there's a little bracket here that holds the brake line right there. 12 millimeter. It's already loose. Right here. Set it to the side. Slide it out. Just remember the orientation. The brake line goes over the ABS bracket. You guys can see, over. So this one first, and this one after, with one bolt. So this pin right here goes in here, this hole. You have to, like that. Then follow this wire. You have a little plastic bracket right here. It's just plastic. With the finger, you don't need a tool. Just see, like that. It's just a clip like this. It's a U-clip. Just pry back here, clip back here, or even this side. And it just, yeah, pops out. Then behind here, you'll see it. Just follow the line. Just follow the wire, right there. Right there, there's 10 millimeter. Get that little 10 millimeter. Let me try to set this on here somewhere. Right there. See this right here? This bolt right here. Get that one, 10 millimeter. I've already loosened it. I just want to show you guys. I'm gonna get it. 10 millimeter. Pull it out. This is your ABS. Wheel speed sensor, whichever you want to call it. Don't damage it. Just set it to the side, get it out of the way. What I like to do, so I don't lose nuts and bolts, so like this 12 millimeter that we got, shove it back in here. It's gonna stay with the shot. Just like this little 10 millimeter for the ABS, put it back. It's gonna stay with the hub. Instead of having a bunch of nuts and bolts laying around and you don't know where it goes. Now we're gonna remove the caliper bracket and the rotor. We got the ABS wire out of the way. To move this bracket, you got 2 of these 17 millimeter bolts behind the rotor right here. 1, 2. One on top, one on the bottom. 17 millimeter. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Then once you remove those 2 bolts, one here, set to put it down. The other one here. Move the bracket, set to the side. The rotor's loose. We got lucky, it wasn't rusted on. There you go. There's your rotor, your brake caliper, the bracket, and the pads, and the axle nut. Now the shot and the knuckle itself right here. To remove the hub, we're gonna have to go after these 2 big bolts right here. These 2 big bolts right here, they're gonna be 22 millimeters. You're gonna probably have to use your big 1/2-inch ratchet if you have one. 22 millimeters. The nuts on this side, this is the bolt. The bolt's going this way. So you have to go this way to get it out. I'm just gonna use the end of a socket just to show you guys. Like that. And then once you remove these, that one's a little stuck now, but it's fine. Once you remove these two nuts like this, before you remove the bolt, you're gonna want to remove this tie rod. This tie rod right here. On the bottom, there's a cotter pin going through the castle nut here. This is a castle nut. This cotter pin goes through it. If you can't get it off, just break it, buy a new one. Make sure you replace it. It's very important that you put a cotter pin in it. And then lefty loosey, righty tighty. I've already loosened it. Castle nut. I'll show you guys why. Castle nut, see? Okay. Then the next thing you want to do is remove this sway bar end link right here. It's connected to the sway bar right here. The sway bar itself goes through the chassis. Sway bar end link. Both of these nuts right here are going to be 17 millimeter. 17. Mine was spinning. As you guys can see, the ball joint's broken. Back there, you guys can probably see the ball joint's broken. It's just spinning. So he's gonna either need to replace it, which I'm pretty sure this kid doesn't want to. But yeah, if it does start spinning, this Allen key right here is a 6 millimeter. Try to show you guys in the camera. 6 millimeter. Right there. 3/8 drive. There. Just like that. And then hold it with the ratchet. Double wrench it. It'll come off. Set that to the side. Down here. Sorry guys. Down here, your lower control arm. This is your rotor again. Right here. Your lower control arm right here. You're gonna have 3 of these 17 millimeter bolts. You got one here, and these are 2 nuts right here. One right here. I've already loosened them. As you guys can see. And this is the bolt. I'm not gonna pull this bolt out yet, because I'm not gonna pull the hub off yet until I remove this tie rod. The best way I found to remove the tie rod is the ball joint remover, which I have it, or else you just turn the hub and with the large hammer like this. You know, this is a 4-pounder, if you guys can see number 4. Hit it right here, right there on the knuckle. Do not hit the tie rod. The tie rod's up here with the ball joint. Hit the knuckle right here, this part. This is the solid part. I'm trying to show you guys, I'm sorry, but this is the solid part. Hit it with all you can, and then try to pull up on this. If you don't have the tool, but I have the tool, so I'm not worried about it. It should pop up, and it will pop up. They always pop up when I hit it here. And it's not gonna just be like 1 swing, 2 swing. You gotta put your might into it, guys. Hit it hard. It will pop off. And once it pops off, you can remove these 2 bolts, the 22 millimeter bolts. If it gets stuck like this, do not put your finger in here. It is a pinching point. It will probably cut your finger off. I'm serious, guys. Safety first. So in order for me to get it out, you know, just get like an extension or something smaller than the diameter of the hole. That's what I like to do. Or even like a wrench like this, you know, at the end, and then hit the hammer. Use the hammer to hit it right here. It'll come out. These are the tricks that I've always done for 20 years now. So once you split this, and then the the shock should just slide back, because if you guys notice, it's just like a C clamp like this. So the shock should slide back. Once it slides back, you push your shock. Push your axle. You see the axle sliding already? This rusted axle. Slide it out. Then if you want, you can pull your knuckle out. The whole knuckle should just come out now. And then if you guys are doing studs, since you have everything off, now's your chance to do your studs. Spin it this way, clockwise, counterclockwise, doesn't matter. You see how you can't get it out, but you can get it out this way. And get a big hammer like this. Hit the old one, hit it. They're just pressed in. It will come out. Let me split all this, pull the knuckle out, and I'll show you guys. So this is the ball joint separator tie rod removal tool or removal kit. I got this off of Amazon. It works. It's basic, very basic. It does its job for small cars. Now bigger trucks and stuff like that, you probably have to step up a little, but it does the job. Here's the kit. I'm using the little one already on here. I just want to show you guys. This is the kit. If you look it up, this is the actual brand. Yeah, so it's on here. Like I said, I'm using the smallest one. So the bolt, the pushing bolt, try to show you guys. The pushing bolt is tight up against the tie rod end, and then the claw is wrapped around the knuckle itself. But this plate might be in the way. Just go ahead and pull it. It's just a dumb plate, shield cover. And I'm gonna try to show you guys. I'm gonna try to pop it off right now. It's still tight. It's not popped off yet. You want to put your safety glasses on. I got my safety glasses. You guys can't tell, but I got safety glasses on. I'm all about safety. There it goes. Popped off. See? Right there. This one. Goes back in like this. I'll put it away in a second. Got your tie rod end off. Then I'm gonna split this. Like I said, I'm gonna split it. Let this hang. These 3 bolts on the bottom. They're 14 millimeters. 2 nuts and 1 bolt. Then I'm gonna push the axle back. I'll pull the hub out. Now I'll explain exactly what I'm showing you guys right now once I get the hub out. The whole hub assembly is off the car. Disassemble. Completely disassembled. We can remove it. And I just want to show you guys. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm doing a transmission, but I just want to show you guys if anybody wants to do axles, shocks, sway bar end links, brakes. Just even if you want to change the knuckle itself, say you got a bad hub bearing, instead of changing the bearing, just change the whole knuckle. This is it right here. Lower control arm, I'm gonna show you guys how to do that too, because I have to drop the subframe. But I'm gonna show you guys right here. This is the whole knuckle right here. So this is the bracket I was telling you guys. The caliper bracket. I screwed it back in. Behind here is the 17 millimeters. These 2 right here. Then up here, this part is where it hangs, right here. These 2 22 millimeter. And this is your sway bar end link. This was the 17 and the 6 millimeter Allen key. If you want to change it, the same thing. 17 and a 6 millimeter Allen key down here. Tie rod end. I put the nut, the castle nut, and the cotter pin back in. Don't lose the cotter pin, please. Then I relocated the brake caliper because the brake caliper has to stay on the car. But if you want to move the shock is loose. It's by itself. The shock is by itself. The only thing left is go above the car, over the fender. There's this 14 millimeter nuts right here holding the shock on. As you guys can see, it's already loose. See? Once you remove these 3 nuts, the shock will just drop. The shock will drop. And then once the shock drops, if you want to replace your shock, that's how you replace your shock. I'm gonna show you guys how to remove the axle. You guys can see the axle is badly torn. Yep. The axle's next because the axle has to come out. But let me put the hub to this back of the car. Then we're gonna have to go for the axle next. And I'm gonna show you guys how to drain the oil to the transmission too if you guys want. Next is the axle itself. If you guys can see down there, this bar right here, that's just a ball joint separator tool. I'm gonna use it to wedge between the transmission and the axle. I'm gonna pop it out. I'm gonna go down there and show you guys. So I'm still on the driver's side. Everything's all disassembled. Just want to show you guys. I'm gonna go down here. Sorry guys, I have to crawl down to the car. So this is the muffler right there, muffler pipe right here. This is the subframe, right? So if you go over here, this is your transmission drain right here. If you want to drain it, drain it. It's gonna be an Allen key. Then keep on going. I have it wedged right there. You see, so how it's wedged right there. You can see it starting to move already. See, hit it. If you're gonna change axle, you can hit the tone ring or the dust cover. But if you're not, then try not to damage the dust cover. But you see, you just hit it. I'm gonna try to hit it. I only got one hand, but I got it out earlier. I'm showing you guys. So I popped the axle out of the transmission. As you guys can see, it's completely damaged. It will need to be replaced. My recommendation, I don't know about this driver. That's gone. The transmission drain plug is a 6mm also. So if you want to drain it, if you notice, I didn't drain it. I did not drain it yet, but no fluid. There's no fluid on the floor. It might be low, I don't know, but I'm just saying. Axle's out. I'm gonna set this to the side, and then if you want to do your lower control arm, you got these two bolts. This one bolt right there. I don't know what size the top of my head they are. Pretty sure it's gonna be pretty big. Like, let's see. See, 22. This one's a 22. I'm sorry, it's kind of dark. But this one's 22. There, 22. The bolts are probably on the bottom too. The nuts. I don't know. This one's probably a 19. Yeah. So this one down here is a 19. Then I think you might have to lift up your engine because this bolt goes back there. I don't have a flashlight right now. My flashlight's still under the car. Let me try to grab it. Wherever it's at. There it is. I'm sorry. Okay, so there it is. Those two bolts right there. See how this bolt is behind the motor mount? And this bolt and that bolt to the lower control arm. But like I said, you might have to lift the engine up. And then the other side, I'll show you guys once I get to the other side. The other side has a half shaft. There's a snap ring and a bunch of like 2 little bolts or 3 little bolts to hold the half shaft in. But whatever you do to the driver's side, you do to the passenger side also. It's just the only difference is the passenger side has a intermediate shaft or half shaft. I am on the passenger side now. I have disassembled everything on this side also. Now, this axle, this hub part is the same. The only difference is it has an intermediate shaft, the half shaft. if you follow the axle, go towards the middle right here. It's gonna be a what do you call it, like a spring clamp, you know. The snap ring style. Just get your plier. I'm gonna try to do this with my left hand. You just use your snap, just a pair of pliers, needle nose something. There it goes. Finally got it. I'm sorry guys, like I said, I'm just doing this with my left hand. It's loose. There's a groove. I'll show you guys in a little bit when I pull the intermediate shaft bracket off. There's a bracket back here that's held in by a couple of 14mm bolts. This is loose. There's a bolt down here. A lot of people's gonna say you don't have to move it. I didn't move it, I just loosened it. Then if you go down there and you pull, the axle it should just come out. The axle, it might be stuck. I've seen in the past where I've done these, this will be seized in there. It will literally be like rusted. You might have to hit it, or you just might have to move the whole bracket in general. There's a couple bolts back here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to show you guys. Right there. If you guys can see, there's one of the bolts right there. That's one of the bolts. And there's probably another bolt down here. I think there's two or three. But I'm gonna unbolt all those, and I'll pull everything out, and then I'll walk you guys through it. But that's the only difference between the passenger and driver side. I got the axle out. The axle goes in between this big hole right here. I'm under the car, passenger side. If you notice, there's 3 of these 14mm. One right there. The second one's up here. The third one's gonna be over here. They're all loose. Just in case you want to change this bracket out, I'm gonna remove it just because. I gotta drop everything, but I'm just showing you guys if you guys ever wanna, if you guys have to replace it, maybe it might get damaged or whatnot. But these right here, 3 of them. I'm gonna finish loosening them. I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna set it next to the axle, and then I'll show you guys. I'll explain to you guys. There, see, one of the bolts came out, so I'm gonna take the rest of the bolts out. So I have the passenger side axle out. This is the intermediate shaft, and this is the axle itself. It's broken here. Probably want to change it. I'll tell them. They split right here. If you get a hammer, you knock this, it'll split in half. There's a female right here and a male. They conjoin right there. This is the bracket that I was telling you guys about. It goes like this on the block. These are the 14mm. 3 of them. There's 4, but you know, this one, I don't think it does anything. Then this is the snap ring I was telling you guys about. It sits in there on this bearing, holds this bearing in, holds the axle from moving in and out of the transmission. You need this snap ring. Do not lose this snap ring, please, guys. Do not lose it. Very important. Let me flip this over. Okay, so try to show you guys the snap ring. The motor mount, though, this axle mount sits on the block right here. So from the side view, there's gonna be a groove right here. The snap ring sits in this groove, and then the snap ring gets locked right here. These 2 tabs right there, these 2 tabs. So if you've gotten this far, you got new parts to replace. I showed you guys how to do it, from axles to sway bar end link, tie rod end. You know, you need the special tie rod end tool. This right here is probably gonna be a 19 millimeter. Lower control arm, you know, 19 millimeter and 22 millimeter, these two. It's a little dark back there. I don't have my light back there. Your shock, your strut, whatever people want to call it. Your spindle, bearing. This ball joint, if you want to change it, it's gonna be a 19 millimeter on top of the spindle. Not these. These three bottom ones are 17. Earlier I said 14, but I'm sorry guys, they're 17, 1-7. And then there's a nut on top that holds this ball joint onto the spindle. It's a 19. It's a castle nut also. It has a cotter pin going through it. Then you want to change your sway bar end link, which I think you should. This is broken. Everything's broken on this. Brake caliper, caliper bracket, axle nut, 30 millimeter, 12 point. You know, some axles you get from the auto store, they come 6 point, but it's still gonna be like 30 or 32 millimeter. The bigger cars are gonna be 36, especially on imports. Yeah, that's how you do your front suspension. I tore it all down for you guys, and if you've gotten this far, I'm pretty sure you can put it back together. If you can't put it back together, slowly watch the video in reverse, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, just watch the video over. Thanks, guys. I greatly appreciate everything. Let me get up here. This is, once again, the Toyota Camry with the 2GR FE. This is the V6. Thanks, guys. Once again, subscribe, like, comment, and share.